and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Kayleigh. Today we are making Bamberry Tarts. Also, if you're wondering, I am in a Christmas tree onesie. Put my hood on. You can kind of see my hood. My roommate Bree got it for me. She's been featured in a few of my blogs from this semester. So if you want to see her, I will put a link below to the vlogs that she's featured in. But yeah, woo! So Bamberry Tarts are my favorite Christmas cookie. They're basically like a sugar cookie with jelly in them. So they're pretty simple to make. We have our butter, flour, sugar, eggs, and jam, and we also need vanilla that I forgot to grab. We are going to preheat our oven for 375 degrees. Yay! Here we go, and our vanilla. Oh, we'll put vanilla here. Great! So, because it's Christmas cookies, my family tends to double the recipe. However, you do not want to double it in a KitchenAid mixer like this because it cannot handle 4 cups of flour. As it is, it cannot handle 8 cups of flour. You need 4 cups for this recipe. So let us begin. Okay, so we're going to begin with our 3 cups of butter, or 3 sticks of butter, and our sugar. So we're going to start by putting in our 3 sticks of butter just straight into the mixer. I have not mastered the art of unwrapping the butter. Maybe this one. There we go. Right into our mixer. Fantastic. Awesome. And we're also going to add in our sugar. So we need 1 cup of sugar. So we're just going to use our measuring cup. And we store our sugar in a container, like the Tupperware container like this. We just find it easier to store. Scrape our sugar off the bottom. It's good to put the sugar in over the bowl so that if any sugar falls out, it falls right back into our sugar container. Great. And we're just going to dump that in. And we're going to cream them together. Up on a nice stir setting. Now just real quickly, I'm going to kind of fix it a little bit because my mother likes to keep this house freezing cold. The butter isn't as soft as it could be. So yeah, we're just going to give it a little bit of creaming. Okay, so next what we're going to do is add our 1 teaspoon of vanilla into our creamy butter mixture, which kind of looks like a dough, almost. It's really important to make sure you're double checking for teaspoon and tablespoon. A teaspoon is a little t. This also says teaspoon on it. A tablespoon is usually a big T. Teaspoon can also be abbreviated as TES, and teaspoon can be abbreviated as TPS, and tablespoon can be abbreviated as TBS. We're also only need egg yolks, not the whole egg. We need 2 egg yolks. So what we're going to do, move this out of the way. We're going to take 2 bowls. We're going to crack our egg. And break it right over one of the bowls. Alright, now this became a bad shell, so I'm just going to throw it out and do this with my fingers. So if you want to do this with your fingers, if you have a bad shell like I did, you just kind of pour everything onto your fingers and let your fingers kind of act as the eggshells would. We're just gonna grate and dump that yolk straight in there. Gonna get a paper towel. We only need one bowl, I realized. And our egg whites are unneeded. So we can just toss that. All right. Hopefully I'll crack this egg well enough so I can show you with a well-cracked egg. Okay, there we go. It's about half. So for separating egg yolks and whites, you just kind of move it between. That looks nice and separated when there's almost nothing coming out. And you just plop it in. Awesome. Fantastic. We're just going to give it a little stir to mix everything in there and to get those egg yolks nice and crushed. I'm just going to pause for a hot sec. We're going to, a little bit of my mixture fell out. Just going to take everything out there, but also make sure to mix in the sides so that everything gets nice and evenly mixed in. Okay. Next we're going to add our flour. So the important thing with flour is to not pack it. The way I keep from packing flour is I get a level. So I'm just using this knife as a level, and I can run it along the top right here. So again, like the sugar, we're doing the flour over the flour bowl, and we need 4 cups of flour. We're just going to take our level, scrape it right along there. Awesome. And we're going to pour the flour in as this is being stirred. So everything is going to happen very slowly. Now I'm going to take a hot sec just to kind of go in with my scraper, my spatula, and kind of mix everything in. And just scrape everything. It'll look a little bit dry at first just because the flour isn't fully mixed in yet. As you can see, it's become more of a dough and less flaky. We're just going to scrape all of this off. Essentially. Lastly, before putting them in the oven, you're going to put some flour in a bowl like so, and get one of these little spoon thingies, and dipping it in, you're going to dip it in the flour so that the bottom end has flour on it, and you're just going to push it into the ball to make a little crater. And you're going to do that for every ball, so that each one has a little crater in it. After cooking for 10 minutes, you take your raspberry jelly, and you take a spoonful with like a little baby spoon, so like about that much raspberry jelly, and you just kind of scrape it onto the little indent you made. And you do this for all the cookies. Oh, you can't even see it. Let me do another one. Alright. this much raspberry jelly. Scoop it into the indent. There we go. Perfect. And you just do that for all the cookies. Alright, after you put the jelly in, you put them back in the oven for about 2 minutes for the jelly to melt, and then you have these beautiful cookies. Yummy, yummy.